31-year-old man charged with GC Foster College VP murder. Hi again and welcome. This is Links 007 TV News Report, and we'll be right back with the full and exclusive details to come.
Welcome to Links 007 TV News Report, providing you with the best in local and international news updates. This is a place where you can get the most reliable and informative news information. Links 007 TV News Report.
Welcome back and thanks for joining us. This is Links 007 TV News Report. 7 days after Gibbs Williams' murder, the VP of GC Foster College of Physical Education in Spanish Town, St. Catherine, was gunned down in Portmore. A man has been charged with his murder. Speaking at a media briefing yesterday, the police provided the latest update in relation to the case.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Christopher Phillips, Senior Superintendent of Police in charge of St. Catherine South Division. And with me, I have Mr. Jermaine Anglin, Deputy Superintendent of Police in charge of the crime portfolio, and also Detective Inspector mVrder, Divisional Detective Inspector. Exactly 7 days ago, Friday, October 6th, sometimes after 12 in the afternoon, you would recall that Mr. Gibbs Anthony Williams, 55 years old, Vice Principal of GC Foster College, was shot at the Portmore Hospital complex located at Lot 4 Megaway, Portmore, St. Catherine. Information is that Mr. Williams drove his 2023 green Toyota RAV4 motor vehicle to the hospital complex for a medical appointment. Upon completion, he was heading towards his vehicle that was parked on the compound when he was attacked by criminals and shot several times. Mr. Williams ran back inside the premises where he collapsed. He was assisted by the police to the Spanish Town Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. Following intensive investigations and through collaborative efforts that spanned across 4 divisions, St. Catherine South, St. Catherine North, St. Andrews South, and Kingston Eastern Division, several persons were arrested and taken into custody. Jerome Hales, 21 years old, of 15 Duff Street, Kingston 13, was subsequently charged for the following offenses: murder, being a participant in a criminal organization, and aiding and abetting robbery with aggravation. This was a cruel and senseless act that took the life of one of Jamaica's outstanding leaders in academic and sports. Many persons were left heartbroken and angry by this killing. Our deepest condolences once more to the immediate families, friends, and co-workers, and I want you to rest assured that we have very capable investigators treating with this case. And they have been very meticulous and determined in their investigative efforts so far. I really want to commend them for their commitment to this investigation. Despite what we have achieved so far, I want to indicate that this investigation is still ongoing. There are other persons of interest who we believe can assist us further. So we use this opportunity to implore those out there with critical information around this case to feel free to contact the Greater Portmore Police at 949-8422, or please call Crime Stop at 311, or the Police Emergency Line at 119, or the NIB tip line at 811. Thank you very much.
The Jamaica Constabulary Force a short while ago shared on X, formerly known as Twitter, that the St. Catherine South Police have charged a 31-year-old man in relation to the murder of the VP. He is Jerome Hayes of Dove Street in Kingston. The police said that Hayes has been charged with murder, being participant in a criminal organization, aiding and abetting, and robbery with aggravation. Head of the St. Catherine South Police Division, SSP Phillips, made the revelation earlier today on the social media platform X, more formally known as Twitter. Last week, Friday, Mr. Williams completed an appointment at a facility in Portmore Hospital Complex a few minutes after midday and headed towards his vehicle when he was attacked. Witness reported hearing loud explosion and saw Williams running back into the facility where he collapsed. The police were summoned and Mr. Williams was assisted to the Spanish Town Hospital where he succumbed to his injuries. The police have not yet released whether they have established a motive for his killing. However, the investigation continues. This has been Links 007 TV News Report, and we'll continue to track this story and provide you with more information to come on this in a later newscast. Beachy Stout McDonald failed to pay $3 million for the hit on his wife, the convicted contract killer testified. The Portland fisherman who was contracted by the businessman Everton Beachy Stout McDonald to murder his wife said that he was never paid the $3 million as promised. The convicted murderer Denverlin Minard, who is currently serving 19 years in prison for his role in the woman's murder, testified yesterday that Oscar Barnes, the man who was subcontracted to murder the woman, was also never paid. Beachy Stout, age 68, and Barnes, a 33-year-old St. Mary Tyler, are both on trial in the Home Circuit Court in relation to the murder of 32-year-old businesswoman Tonya McDonald. The married convict, who claimed that he and Tonya were having a sexual relationship up to the time of her death, also testified that he was the one who had lured her to her death under the pretense that they were going to collect a gun that she was seeking to avenge her father's death. According to Minot, when they got to the deserted area, he left her in the car with Barnes, despite her expressing how doubtful she was, and he watched as she fought and screamed for her mother as she was stabbed multiple times. Following her death, the contract killer said that when he first went to Beachy Stout for the payment, he was told, "You think that's a $3 million easy for work?" The witness said that he wanted the money so that Barnes could get paid, but since he could not come clean about Barnes, he then told Beachy Stout he wanted back a phone. The court earlier heard that Beachy Stout took away Minot's cell phone as well as several others that he had given him over the period leading up to Tonya's death. Minot further testified that Beachy Stout eventually bought him a cheap banger cell phone and later assured him that he would be paid but asked him to hold on. Earlier in the trial, Minot testified that on one of the occasions Beachy Stout bought him a new phone and gave him $150,000 but did not specify the purpose for the funds. He also testified that he had received $500,000 from the couple, which was given to him by Tonya, who was convinced at the time that she was paying for a gun. However, Minot later testified that the money was really to kill her. But the court heard that the act was not committed on that particular day and that the gun was not produced. The witness did not testify whether or not the money for the gun was returned. We'll have more details to come on the court case in a later newscast. Continuing the news. Cops launch search for wanted man in St. Andrew South. The St. Andrew South police have named 29-year-old Sandra Morgan of East Road, Kingston as wanted in relation to the death of 32-year-old Joseph Ricketts of Chisholm Avenue, Kingston 13 on October 6, 2021. Morgan is being urged to turn himself into the Hunts Bay Police by 12 midday on Friday, October 13th. Anyone knowing the whereabouts of Sandra Morgan is being urged to call the Hunts Bay Police at 876-923-7111, Crime Stop at 311, the National Intelligence Bureau at 811 or the nearest police station. Continuing the news. He made the singer a household name from behind bars not only in Jamaica but around the world. Sad to say, Jacure behind these prison walls producer Gladstone Wright has died. Retired Senior Superintendent of Police SSP Gladstone Wright, the man who played a significant and instrumental role in producing Jacure's hit song Behind These Prison Walls, has passed away. He was 75 years old. Behind These Prison Walls by Jacure is the most popular song produced by the program. Co-written by Wright, it was released in 2005 and preceded the singer's release in 2007. Mr. Wright, a former bodyguard for the late Prime Minister Hugh Shearer, founded and directed the Rehabilitation of Offenders Through Music program, more formally known as the Rehabilitation Through Music. He collaborated closely with artists such as Naughty Virtue and Jody and Pantry. Major Richard Reese, a longtime friend of Mr. Wright and former Commissioner of Correctional Services, praised Mr. Wright for his dedication to rehabilitating inmates through music in an interview with reporters. SSP Wright was instrumental in securing resources to support the music rehabilitation program by having numerous artists perform inside prisons. All these artists perform music with transformation messages and gospel themes, he added. Mr. Reese explained that the program encompassed all aspects of music production, including composing, arranging, recording, and performing. It also features a radio component that provides FM radio within the Tower Street Correctional Facility. The program was very effective because many inmates were interested in music. We encourage them to enroll in English and maths classes as a gateway to the music hub. Interestingly, several correctional officers had significant talent, which complement the program and garnered staff support, Reese said. The program also inspired others like Charles Neeson of Harvard Law School, Carla Galata, Colleen Davis, and Joseph Bogdanovich to become involved. Wright retired from the post as Senior Superintendent of Police in 2008 after serving over 40 years. He produced 2 albums for Naughty Virtue and worked on projects with Morgan Heritage. Mr. Wright played an instrumental role in the music career of Jacquier. On October the 1st, 2021, Jacquier was arrested in Amsterdam after having stabbed a music promoter in the stomach. On March 22, 2022, he was found guilty and sentenced to 6 years in prison. We here at Links 007 TV just want to take this opportunity just to express our heartfelt and sincere condolences to the family and friends.